Kayfabe Haid Radio with my review of Monday Night Raw for April 22nd, 2024. Jey Uso kicks off the show to talk about his World Championship match with Damian Priest. Damian Priest interrupts, comes down, tells a story about one night they went drinking, and states that Jey Uso is the first of many that the Machine will feed him during his title reign. Jay says Priest only leaves the Judgment Day because Rhea got hurt. JD McDonough shows up, accidentally super kicks Priest. Jey Uso leaves. We're 15 minutes into Raw and nothing really has happened. First match on the show for the tag team titles: Awesome Truth versus DIY. Miz and Ciampa, nice back and forth. Gargano breaks up the figure four attempt. He then dives onto Miz on the floor. We go to commercial. Back from break, and Miz is doing Bryan Danielson's offense on Ciampa, which is then halted with a leaping knee. Tag into Truth, and he starts doing John Cena's offense. Ciampa hits a pedigree for two, because, he's Triple H in R-Truth's mind. DIY hits their finish on Truth, but Miz breaks the count. Miz tags in, and they hit a skull-crushing finale downward spiral combo on Gargano for the pinfall. Good opening match, obviously. Titles aren't going to change hands that quick. Miz and Truth win. I find it funny that they're doing other people's offense in order to get over. But whatever, it is what it is. Gunther returns. He and Imperium come to the ring. Gunther states that he elevated the Intercontinental title to new heights, and his reign will stand forever as the longest of all time. He then states he will be entering the King of the Ring tournament. They begin to exit. The New Day comes out, which makes sense, as Xavier Woods was the last person to win King of the Ring. They say really nothing of substance. They just sort of dance a bit and ask Gunther where his title went. It's sort of pointless. This leads to Imperium versus New Day. Good tag work by both teams as they go back and forth early. We go commercial. Back from break, Kaiser has control of Kofi. Vinci tags in. New Day quickly runs through Vinci for the win. Gunther leaves angry. He gives Kaiser a stern look as he leaves. They exit the ring. Kaiser puts a beating on Vinci, throws him into the apron, the guardrail, the announce table, and the steps. The Kaiser's finally turned on Vinci. I don't know what this means for Vinci. Kind of kills him, I think. I don't think they're going to have anything for this guy to do now, which kind of sucks, but whatever, it is what it is. Cool. Kaiser might get a singles push now, or maybe he teams with Gunther. Maybe Gunther becomes the longest reigning tag champ or something. Up next, Drew McIntyre's out for a promo. Crowd chants for CM Punk. Drew sits cross-legged like CM Punk would do. He talks about how since he won the title, he's been nothing but screwed over. He then mentions the King of the Ring. Sheamus interrupts and enters the ring. He says Drew threw the belt away for a t-shirt and some social media likes. Drew tells Sheamus he doesn't have banger after banger anymore, more like burger after burger, referencing the weight gain that Twitter exploded with last week over Sheamus, all the fat shaming stuff, which is just sort of ridiculous. The guy's probably in better shape than 95% of the people that were making the comments. Anyway, this leads to Drew McIntyre staying at ringside while Sheamus goes one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. Multiple strikes from Nakamura, but Sheamus counters. He does the 10 beats of the bowering thing. Nakamura falls to the floor. He then counters and bounces Sheamus off the announce table. They go commercial. Back from break, Sheamus has control, so Nakamura hits a sliding German and a flying knee strike. Sheamus runs Shinsuke into the corner, hits a middle rope white noise for a near fall. After a short back and forth, Sheamus hits a brogue kick for the win. It's another short match. Get the returning guy over again. Sheamus with another win. It really sucks seeing Nakamura losing week after week. He lost to Dragunov, now he loses to Sheamus. The guy can have great matches. Give him a chance. Sami Zayn's in the back, and he says he needs to know why Gable did what he did. Bronson Reed interrupts and attacks Sami. Just beats the crap out of him in the back. Bounces him off some cases and stuff in the back. Gable's in the ring to explain himself. He says Sami Zayn stole his moment by winning the IC title. the title that he helped train him to win. He says he's tired of training losers and runs down all of the Alpha Academy in the process. He tells them it's time to focus on Gable, and they will help him win a championship. Up next, Ricochet and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and JD McDonough. Quick double teams on Santos. Ricochet uses flips and strikes to neutralize Santos. JD blind tag and he takes over on Ricochet. Escobar hits a Hurricane Rana on the floor to Ricochet. Go commercial. Back from break and the heels have cut the ring in half on Ricochet. Hot tag to Andrade shortly after. He takes out both heels. Ricochet tags back in, flies around, and we get a double down. Both men tag, but everyone ends up in the ring. And eventually Andrade pins JD McDonough. Post-match, Damian Priest comes out. Hits his sit-out choke slams on both Andrade and Ricochet. He just sort of looks at JD and walks away. There's a scuffle in the back. There's a pull apart with Nia Jax and Liv Morgan. When Becky Lynch shows up, takes the microphone and walks us from the backstage area through Gorilla to the ring, which sets up the main event of the evening, the Women's World Title Battle Royal for the vacant title. I hate these with a passion when it comes to taking notes, because it's just strikes and flopping until people get eliminated. So I'm just going to basically list the eliminations. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell are out early. Shayna and Zoe Stark work together to eliminate Carter and Champ. Jax gets rid of Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. Becky eliminates Piper Niven, who then pulls her out of the ring. She tries to put Becky through the table with Nia Jax's help, but the table just doesn't break. So eventually, Nia slams Niven on the table twice and it still won't break. So eventually, Nia just picks Becky up and power bombs her through the announce table. She then gets back in the ring and gets rid of both Shayna and Zoe. The final three are Becky, Liv, and Nia Jax. There's a nice neckbreaker, codebreaker combo that takes everyone down. Nia gets up and hits Samoan drops on both women. Liv and Becky work together to eliminate Nia Jax. The finish comes when both ladies end up on the apron trading strikes. Liv hits a codebreaker that stumbles Becky backwards. But as Liv tries to get the advantage, Becky hooks her and hits the man slam on the apron. Liv falls to the floor and Becky wins the Women's World Title. She celebrates in the crowd as Raw goes off the air. So Becky Lynch wins the Women's World Championship. I feel like it's exactly what they were going to do with Liv Morgan. They're just substituting Becky for Rhea, or Rhea for Becky for Rhea right now due to the injury. We could have easily put this on Liv and just had her wear it until Rhea's ready to come back, but I feel like they're just going to continue telling the story with a substitute instead. This Raw overall wasn't that great. It furthered some stories. We had the Kaiser heel turn thing, so that kind of gets me curious. It had a lot of King of the Ring mentions, which has me very interested. Yeah, all the tag matches I didn't really, kind of pointless, and I'm getting tired of Raw when matches start less than 2 minutes into the match they have to go commercial. It kind of just kills the momentum of the match immediately, and it doesn't really do much for the viewer. Actually kind of angers me. But yeah, overall, just a sort of mediocre Raw. Yeah, that's the Raw review for April 22nd, 2024. And this has been Kayfabe Hey Radio.